Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Joe Shepherd. I am founder of LiveStream Solutions, LiveStream Academy, and I am the latest joint venture partner, content creator, brand ambassador, call us what you will, with the fantastic OneStream Live. My small apologies for that small technical situation that left me running a couple of minutes late. But hey, listen, this, I normally tell people, is a face for radio, but it's well worth waiting for today. So what are we on? Today, we are welcoming you to the first of 4 episodes throughout September, every Tuesday, 1100 hours Eastern time at 4 p.m. in UK and Ireland. And you can watch it on catch up. We will be going live and we'll be looking from tradition to tech. 4-part series looking at, for small and local businesses and organizations across the globe, how we live streamers, with the help of OneStream Live, come back to them in just a second, can help you to elevate your brand and to build a thriving, engaged community in a far, far smarter, easier way. OneStream Live providers, they are a cloud-based service. They provide these virtual studio platform that allows us to schedule, pre-record, and put out live streams, pre-recorded streams, real-time stream, and loads of different types of stuff across 45 different social media platform locations, including your website. And today we are going live through OneStream Live onto the livestreamsolutions.org website, as well as every other place. So get onto YouTube, onto OneStream Live, click follow us. Right, what's going to come up on today's show? Well, let me show you what's happening for the first 4 weeks that we're going to do this. So from traditional to tech, revolutionizing small local business through live streaming and digital engagement. When we first looked at this, we thought to ourselves, okay, lots and lots of people want to live stream. They want to get involved in digital engagement. But a lot of people are a little bit scared to press the button. We are comfortable as human beings, lovely people. We become comfortable in what we are doing. So I'm going to take you on a journey over the next 4 weeks. And I have to say a huge thank you to Chief Operating Officer Bilal and the whole team at OneStream Live, especially the graphics department, for putting together some of this stuff. When I gave them some ideas of what I wanted, they just have a way of capturing. So that journey, as you see there, is brilliant. 4 parts. Part 1 today, from flyers to Facebook, where we'll be looking at the evolution, if you like, excuse me, of marketing for small and local business, for any business really. But I'm even going to take you back, whatever, 2020, I'm going to take you back 14 years, and we're going to delve into a bit of history. And in a couple of minutes time, you're going to see a 6-7 minute snippet of a pilot TV show that looks at junk mail or direct mail, traditional marketing and email marketing that's never been seen before. So you got to keep it right here with myself and OneStream Live today. Next Tuesday, excuse me, going live. We're going to dispel some myths about going live, about, you know, you don't have to be a professional. Clearly, 7 years of doing this, face for radio, stuffed us around, not a techie, and yet we still have some fun. And that's what it's about. Traditionally, where we are now and what is the future. And we know the future is digital engagement, but how do we get you there? So rather than just saying to you, okay, here's the link to OneStream Live, go and sign up. It's dead easy. It is dead easy, but people won't do it. Some people will do it, some people won't. So we're trying to help everybody through. If you look at this 25 million, roughly, small to medium enterprises across Europe, excuse me, across Europe, we just put on there, people are sending me chats. Yeah, I've told everybody, we've got a thing called Unified Chat, by the way. Go and watch the 30-odd minute show I did about OneStream Live, one of this, but I forgot, I've just connected my Unified Chat, and that means because I'm going live to LinkedIn, that was my tech problem before it kicked me out. It unauthorized me to go live. So I had to do that quickly. And we're going to lots of different places. So all of these unified chat and the different locations will come up. So let me just show you what happens. There we go. Alec Darling. Alec, great. Got your message before me. Was prepping for this. So I'll get back to this as soon as I can. Sahar, one of the fantastic team at OneStream Live. and Pink Raven. Oh, bless you. They have been so good and so tolerant of me getting me through the first few weeks, because it's like anything. And that's what I'm going to do with you, take you all the way through. So who else have we got up there today? Shaheen, lovely Shaheen. Thank you. Assalam to all of you and the team there. And one of my favorite Facebook user. Ooh, trying to get them all together on impossible. You're absolutely right. Whoever that is, I can't see that, because whoever that Facebook, it's a Facebook thing. See, again, we're working around different things, but I did want to put this one up as well. Eva, I've never met Eva, but she does some phenomenal short introductory clips on OneStream Live about how to use the technology, how to connect Facebook groups, how to auto-inflate. It's brilliant. Go and watch the whole stuff. OneStream Live is so simple. It gives us absolutely everything we need. Coming back, there we go. 4 weeks from Facebook to flyers. Or I know some would be thinking, Jesus, will you just get on with this video to that you were talking about from 14 years ago? Last one, I promise we'll throw up. Last of the team. Sabah, thank you. Masalam to you all. So part 2 yet next week. Dispelling myths about going live, about how easy it can be, and that you don't have to be perfect. And you know, whether it's cameras or internet or whatever, you know, it's not a TV studio. It doesn't have to be perfect. You've got to have some fun. This is a tool. OneStream Live gives us a tool to be able to go live, to engage with your current and future clients, followers, friends. That's what it's all about. Episode 3 in 3 weeks' time, best of both worlds, how we integrate traditional marketing with the digital era. Because as you'll see some of the stats in a minute, there's an awful lot of the small to medium businesses and organizations still using the traditional stuff. We need to bring you with us on the journey. That's the way we do it, because there's still a place for both. And it's that transition which will help people in the longer term. And finally, part 4, future-proofing your business, embracing tech and live streaming. That brings me on. So where were we? 14 years ago, and I'm going to use this analogy, you see, which is why I'm showing you this video, which has never been seen before. And the analogy is this, about a Facebook user. Hi there, brother. Brother, always welcome. Everybody is welcome with OneStream Live and with BJS. Again, I can't see who this is. So again, part of this engagement thing is exciting. Just like, ooh, who's that? So I will go back in later to all of the groups, all of the platforms, and I'll personally react. I put a heart normally to absolutely everything because I love the world. So we'll put all of those out there, and any messages, I'll reply back to them, because that kicks in the algorithms, and it's courtesy. People taking the time to, and this is how we engage. You see what I mean? This is the story of how we'll take you through the next 4 weeks, about how you can go from traditional, which is hard work, to digital engagement and live streaming, which is smarter work. So let's take you back on a journey in time to when the big fella wasn't quite as old looking as this. Actually, I think I was this old when I was 16, but 14 years ago. And the analogy to what I'm doing is why I want to put this up, okay? I promise I will get to you. It's well worth waiting for. 14 years ago, we had a thing which was massive then called direct mail or junk mail. You know, that annoying stuff. It still comes from time to time. It's not as big as it was. It was worth millions and billions back then. And people made an awful lot of money out of it. But at the time then, 14 years ago, it was also vying with email marketing to be the kingpin, if you like. So here is a 6.5, 7-minute clip, which was episode 1 of a pilot TV show, never been seen publicly on air before, which was made by the fantastic Jonathan Willis and Thing One production company. And the premise was to take a man and a woman, a boy and a girl, and give them an office and give them £1,000, and they had to then double that. And every show it was doubling and doubling that all the way up to making $1 million. So the first episode, and this is the excerpt of the clip from the program, never been seen before, called Junk Mail Millionaire. And this was, they had to take, it was junk mail, direct mail against email marketing. watch this, and then you'll see what I'm talking about how things haven't really changed over the 14 years. It was just direct mail or junk mail, traditional marketing versus email, and now it's still the same, just we've moved on a little bit with traditional marketing and the digital era. So here we go. So we'll just add this in.
4.5 billion items of junk mail are delivered by post to UK consumers every year. It's an industry, which prefers to use the term direct marketing, that's worth almost £5 billion. 13.5 billion emails are also sent, generating, in addition, over £1 billion. Much of this marketing material offers the recipient ways to make money through a variety of so-called business opportunities and money-making schemes. But do any of these myriad systems and processes actually work, or are they merely scams, primarily designed to make only one person rich, the promoter? My name is Jonathan Willis, and my job is to invent new and original products to fill gaps in the market. It's something I've been doing for 20 years. Some of these concepts I promote by direct mail or junk mail. So I've made many friends in the industry, and I've set them a challenge, but I'm not so sure it's one of my better ideas.
It's a little bit difficult because my reputation is kind of hanging on this, that I've set up this opportunity. I believe it will work. I have an instinct that it will work. I don't know it's going to work, and it could make us all look a little bit stupid.
Sitting around this table are my friends. These people are responsible for most of the unsolicited material that drops through your letterbox and is delivered automatically to your junk email folder. They're the high flyers of the junk mail industry, the kings of direct marketing.
24 million. 24 million.
Between them, their personal and business fortunes are worth well over £144 million.
Down to this. 20 million.
Portfolio.
7-8 million.
7-8 million. And what does that bring in a year in terms of yield?
7%.
That's very good.
It's not bad.
The junk mail schemes that you promote, they work.
Yeah, they do, for sure. Yeah.
We have faith in our own products that we market. I have a challenge for you then. And I suggest that we choose somebody, so let's choose two people, a man and a woman, ordinary, and we give them some capital to start off with. How many are around this table? 8 people. Give them £1,000 and we give them 8 different systems, one from each of us, and we say, you've got 8 systems, £1,000 to start. By the end, you've got to make a million.
You can't just drag anyone off the street.
If I wrote an advert, would you send it to your database?
Yeah.
Why not?
And we would as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to run it.
Great, okay.
Yeah.
We need £1,000. So
£25 each.
That's mine and John.
Interesting people in this industry, people who know what they're doing, have very, very good products, and are of integrity, because there's an awful lot of people who operate in this world who aren't. But now I've got to see it through. It's a fantastic challenge. I can't wait to get started.
So it was agreed. 8 systems and as little assistance from me as necessary to turn 1,000 into £1 million. Soon we had people queuing around the block, all shapes, sizes, ages and nationalities. Some very interesting characters and the odd nutter.
can I just quickly go through names?
Well, actually, I'm Monday.
I'm Sarah. I'm from Muscle Hill. I'm Stevie. Go ahead.
We set aside a whole day for tasks and challenges designed to test their entrepreneurial spirit.
Use one of these items here.
They needed to display imagination, the ability to improvise.
It's called the mystery bag. Molecule 670.
Portable air conditioner.
They actually hold into the hair.
Get up for about £50,000.
£50,000, £10,000.
A satellite network. Solar power.
And a capacity for lateral thinking.
I'm in.
Round and round and round and around and
As the day wore on, 2 applicants stood out as being perfect human guinea pigs for our unique experiment. Roxanne Bennett, 25, is a South African emigre who recently moved to London. Joe Shepherd, 45, and a father of 4, is a major in the Royal Military Police. Roxanne and Joe have been provided with a small office in central London. There's a telephone through which they can call me for assistance and £1,000 in cash.
This is all unique.
Turn £1,000 into £5,000.
They had to choose an effective junk mail system.
We're looking at something we want to do that you bang out to people, that people buy into straight away.
Our scheme is lying somewhere along here.
Their first hurdle, however, is to agree on the market.
I'm probably not explaining myself properly.
effective and generally effective way of getting our products not only delivered and made people aware of it, but also getting it, don't let me talk, and also getting it sold.
Okay, we do both.
Fine.
And we'll see how we get on.
May your best man win.
Absolutely, he will.
They've chosen one of the toughest strategies to sell a handbook about personal safety. Roxanne, who has never used direct mail before, was insistent that email must be more effective and reliable than the postal service.
Do some real business, shall we?
Okay, mine should be out and delivered in approximately 1 minute. Boom. Done. All right, nighty nights.
I'll see you in the morning. Oh, bugger. 5:45, right. I need to get these to the post office by 6. 1,000. Excellent. Right, is everything.
Of the 4.5 billion items of junk mail that are delivered by post in the UK every year, Joe is going to add another 1,000.
Bloody hell is this place? Sure said it was this street. Ah, here we go. Just in time. I need to get all these sent off. Like everything, we believe in Postman Pat, so it's better than sending an email. Easy.
Now it's a case of waiting for the orders to come in. Although Roxanne receives the speediest order, it's Joe's method that receives the greatest response.
3 replies. 8, 9, 9. 9! Thank you, Postie. Yes.
It's working, Joe. It's actually bloody working.
Absolutely. They'll keep coming in. 3,000. Loads of money. 5,000.
Despite our initial skepticism, over the course of a month, Roxanne and Joe sold 300 copies of their security manual. After paying royalties and costs, they made £5,000.
Wow, there we go. Blast back in time. Yeah, haven't changed at all. So you'll be thinking of two things now. One is, wow, see what the big fella was saying now before. The analogy that back then, even 14 years ago, traditional marketing, huge part of that, as Jonathan was saying, worth billions. Junk mail, direct marketing. It's junk mail. Everybody knows that's what it was called. It was vying with email. Excuse me. And the reason we picked that one was because we proved a point. But as the series went on, by the way, email came more into the fore. And yeah, it did. It proved itself to be absolutely brilliant. And again, I use the analogy, and I make no apologies for it. That then, so as was, as is, using traditional now with some elements of digital will be. That's the 3 parts I take people through. As was, as is, will be. And in 12 months' time, you'll be 2 things. You'll be a year older. Your business will be a year older. And you'll be in the same place unless you make some critical decisions to move forward and combine the 2 together. Now, I'm going to throw you up this. I'll throw this up a couple of times during the course of the show today. Traditional marketing. So we had print ads, and look at there's the benefit of this little Venn diagram I put together, because I needed to really understand what that journey was myself, so I could then explain that to you and take you on that journey. So print ads, local visibility is really, really good. Tangible materials that can be kept as, kit, flyers and brochures, direct mail, business cards, local events. Huge success still with an awful lot of those. And we'll get another small video from an agency owner shortly who I spoke to at the weekend about this, and who was bringing herself and her clients through. On the right-hand side there, live streaming and digital, and the huge, massive benefits will come through that more and more as the weeks go on. And the middle bit, the winning benefits, the winning combination of the 2 together. Because as I said before, you cannot just take people and say, here's a live stream, join us at OneStream Live, away you go. Now, I'm going to come out of that because that segues in. People would think that we'd actually placed people in the audience for this. And this is where the whole engagement piece sticks in. Where is Tim? Just before we that on, Tim Parker, great to see you, my friend. I hope you are well. Are there any onboarding videos for newbies? I'm experiencing really bad latency when I'm trying to live stream. Yes, so I'd flagged that up from my end to come back to you on that. But brilliantly already, Eva Smith, Eva, who knows everything about anything live streaming, especially with OneStream Live, just unbelievable. Jump straight in, because that's what the team does. There's somebody there to help you through. And again, we talk about the engagement piece, absolutely brilliant. So again, and there's a there's a private conversation, public conversation going on here, which benefits us all. So Eva, brilliant to pick that up. Great question, Tim. Eva, thanks for picking that up there. And again, we will, they're having that chat there. Somebody will solve Tim's problem. Somebody will solve your problems. as you're going on, you're not alone. Do you see what I mean? Let's look at some stats. So, in fact, let's just, where are we on our, everybody loves a wee bit of a stat. So I'll throw this back up again. You know why? You don't necessarily need to see my ugly mug. Let's move that across to there, because I'm going to give you some stats. Let me just put my gigs on. Old man, you see, 60. Face for radio, needs his gigs. One of the things about stats when I was looking at this, I was like, haven't we moved on from tradition and more? But here's something I picked up from a number of studies, okay? Just to put a bit of context to what we're talking about, or where people remember that as is that we're talking about now, and we're trying to get you to will be. So about 25 million small to medium enterprises across Europe, as I've said, awful lot of them still using a lot of the traditional marketing style methods. Research indicates that many of these still use traditional ones, according to a number of surveys from a range of key organizations, including DHL, businessperspective.org, salespanel.io, and velocitymedia.agency. There are a couple of that I managed to pick up. Small to medium enterprises in the European Union consider traditional marketing tools such as local events, artisan markets. One of my clients up in Ulster, they still do artisan markets, but they're heavily involved online. Best of both worlds, you would think there as well. Absolutely brilliant. So, for example, 83% across Europe of small to mediums use coupons. By that we mean introductory offers, discounts, seasonal sales. That's what we mean by a coupon. 81% use direct mail postcards. 79% still use local events, etc. An awful lot of them, though, are trying to move the way across. There was a huge, I think it was last year in South Africa, there was a huge survey done which said that pamphlets, flyers, posters. Sorry, let me just get rid of that. One of the things about having your phone and things and everything connected into the world is people don't necessarily. Pal in South Africa, they're CEO of a huge company. Why aren't you watching this? This is what you should be watching. This is that's probably what he's calling me about. Go and watch this. I'll call to you later, Johan. Good man yourself. Well done, sir. So that study shows that, like many businesses and organizations, they are using still a lot of traditional methods, but they want to move across. Here's some more. This was from Federation of Small Businesses in UK. About 40% of small businesses in the UK still use print advertising. So print ads, newspapers, magazines, flyers, brochures, local events, word of mouth. Word of mouth. That has always been the best for me, the freest way of being able to, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, you can put up with looking at me. The freest way of any form of advertising, marketing is done by word of mouth. I think it's still, I'm not a professional marketer, but I think the marketers will tell you, one person, likes something, they'll tell you 10 or 13 of the pals. Absolutely right. This means live streaming, digital engagement means that we can engage with thousands and thousands across the globe in multicasting out, we call it. So today, as you know, I'm on, if you go to livestreamsolutions.org, it's on there. If you go to OneStream Live YouTube, you'll find us on there as well. Don't forget, while you're there, give it a quick subscription and notify so you get all the latest stuff from Evan and the rest of them, and DJ Strick and Stephen Healy and all the rest of the team. It's on I'm going out on LinkedIn, it's going on Facebook, it's going out everywhere. It's absolutely phenomenal. That's word of mouth, but it's a faster way, it's a smarter way of doing business and getting your message out there to elevate your brand and to build a thriving, engaged online community. So what else do we've got? So 30% of small businesses participate in local events. We already talked about that. Word of mouth. We've done that. This is just a better way to get more word of mouth across to more people. In Ireland, 35 to 40% of the small businesses, print ads, flyers, brochures, local events. Across Europe, 35 to 45. 20 to 35% across Europe, wider Europe, not UK and Ireland necessarily. So a smaller amount are using local events. They're using more of a digitization process. Would you believe it or not? So there we go. Direct mail, billboards, radio and TV ads, business cards. Business cards with I haven't got one with me. Where's mine? They're over the other side of the office. Excuse me. Business cards with a QR code on, which then takes you directly to. That's mixing tradition. Business cards still good. QR code takes you to the website. See all of this. Boom. There's your uncle. What more do I need to prove? What else have we got on here? We've got Tim and Eva still helping Tim out on some of the stuff there. So there we go. That is what we are looking at on the stat side. It's just to give you a little bit of context, my wonderful friends, a bit of context about where you are, and that's an awful lot of you still. But there's this yearning to come together and to move to the digital age. And remember this bad boy, the winning benefits in the middle. I make no apologies on this. You're going to see this for the next few weeks. The winning benefits of having the two together. Integrated campaign, synergy between online and offline efforts. If you're doing all your offline efforts, it's tiring. It's, a lot of people with small to medium businesses are working so many ridiculous hours just trying to get the product or service out there. They've got families. They've got a life. We're on this world for a good time, on this earth for a good time, not a long time. I learned that a couple of years ago when the whole gave way unexpectedly. You need to be able to enjoy it. So find a smarter way of working. Enhance brand awareness. Combining tactics increases your visibility and recognition in multiple formats. Broader engagement and reach. Well, we've just been talking about all of that. Increased customer trust. Improve. We're going to go through more of those. You're going to walk away at the end of today, and you're going to walk away at the end of 4 weeks and thinking, not only are you going to click the button and you're going to get hold of me or one of my excellent team at Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy, or one of the team at Giva and all the rest of them at OneStream Live and say, I want to do what Shep says. BGS is right. This is where I am. I need to transition through. How do I do it? Can you help me? Yes, we will be there. Because this capability that OneStream Live give us allow us to do everything else. So what I'm going to do now, I almost forgot. I need to get rid of that video there. Bear with me just a second, because this video here was from at the weekend. I caught up with this lady who 13 years ago, that's just loading itself up now, hopefully. 13 years ago, there we go. 13 years ago, I did my social media coaching course with this lady called Jill Woods. Now, Jill lives in Sri Lanka with a husband who's in the UK military there, and they're just experiencing monsoons. Now, she is a podiatrist, so, sort your feet out and all that type of stuff, private healthcare, medicine, that type of thing. And she has a global virtual agency, a digital marketing agency, which she runs virtually from wherever she is living, where they're living in the globe at the time. Currently in Sri Lanka. I caught up with her at the weekend because her and her clients globally are all the likes of podiatrists or what do they call it? People who look at the bones and things. All of those private healthcare chiropractors and x-rays and all of those type of things. Forgive me for not remembering all names, but all of those things which are badly needed in the healthcare industry, she looks after their marketing for them through the virtual marketing agency called Practice Momentum. And she very much embraces the digital engagement era and live streaming. And she's doing this now with her clients across the globe and bringing them I haven't seen many people do it as well as Jill does it, bringing people from that traditional through the digital era. Now, I caught up with her the weekend in the monsoon. So, two things to remember about this. And again, this 4 weeks is also about a show and tell, teach and tell. It doesn't have to be perfect. The video on this lags a little bit, but the audio doesn't. The message that Jill Woods puts out doesn't. Listen to, and bear in mind that about 60% of people will actually be listening to this, because this is what we do. From a learning perspective, it's VHF, visual, hearing, feeling. So that's semantics for learning. So don't worry about there's a slight lag on it. Listen to what the lady says. It is powerful words, and the message is very, very powerful. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to play that. Enjoy. Hey, Jill Woods from Practice Momentum. Welcome. How are we?
I'm very good, thank you. Very good. Thank you very much for having me.
Good. Always a pleasure to have you on. You always speak so much wisdom from your experience, both yourself and with your excellent marketing agency, Practice Momentum. So very quickly, tell us who you are, where you're from, and what it is you do.
Okay, so my name is Jill Woods. I am the founder of a company called Practice Momentum, and we provide specialist marketing support for the owners of very small healthcare practices, pretty much in the English-speaking world, so around the world, but usually just in English-speaking countries. My background is I am a podiatrist, or a qualified podiatrist, but I worked in marketing and PR before I trained to be a podiatrist. So when I started my own practice, I suddenly realized, oh, I've got all these marketing skills that all my competitors don't have. But I've not been in practice for a long time. I married into the UK military, and so I had to find a way of kind of making things work for me. And so Practice Momentum is an entirely virtual service where we provide, as I say, this specialist marketing support for fellow healthcare practitioners running small businesses.
Brilliant. And that transitions, you're brilliant at this, transitions well into traditional and digital. So both you and your clients have very successfully used traditional marketing methodologies like print ads, flyers, brochures, business cards, etc., etc. Tell us a little bit about them and why they've been successful.
So we are big believers that all our clients are the owners of, as I say, small local businesses. And in a local business, you're selling to people. People buy from people. And so there is definitely a degree that you cannot do all of your marketing online. And so we've had some really great results for our clients with print ads in those local, like sort of church brochure type things, where we run a different every month with a QR code that drives people to a landing page on our clients' websites. And those work really, really well. Similarly with leaflets, if you are going to do leaflet drop, you need to do it in a very sort of condensed area, and you need to repeat it sort of at least every 6 months to the same houses, the same places. But again, with a QR code that's driving traffic to your website. And also, we are still in healthcare, we're still big users of business cards, again, with a QR code that's driving people to your website. And so we're really finding that this combination of old school, if you like, print ads and printed media, combined with this digital element in terms of a QR code driving traffic to a page on your website, that combination is still working really, really well for our clients. So yeah, we're kind of still championing some old school marketing, but as a combination.
But what are some of the challenges that on traditional markets that marketing that your clients find? So less limited reach, maybe higher cost, less return on investment. How do you manage that challenge?
Yeah, certainly some of the traditional marketing. So general advertising, we never advise our clients to do because it's just not cost effective anymore. You're not getting an ROI. It's very difficult to track response rates, things like that. Generally sponsorship type things, offline, local sponsorship doesn't really work. It raises your profile, but doesn't actually drive business to you. And so the kind of offline marketing does have a limited reach in terms of being able to find new audiences, which online marketing enables you to do through using social media platforms, Google My Business profiles, and with the live streaming connected to all of those things. That combination can really boost your reach, whereas the old school stuff does have limitations in terms of reach and in terms of the repetition that you need to have with the old school stuff. Like if you're running an ad, you need to run it every month. If you're doing leaflet drops, you need to do a leaflet drop at least once every 6 months. And so the digital stuff just gives you lots and lots of flexibility and a wider reach, while the old school stuff still gives you the opportunity to be a local business for people to understand you are a local business in their local area.
I think it's a great explanation because it's like the stepstone approach, isn't it? It's like everything that we do with our business, you do with your business. We're finding that methodology that builds. You still need some of that, and actually, people come to it in different times as well, don't they? So you're a huge advocate of that traditional morphing in, as you've said, into digital. So how did that transition though come about for you? Why did you decide that was the time and the time to meet your clients on that journey?
So we are in our industry, a lot of our clients are dealing with older patients, and there was this idea that originally that the older population were not online, and lots of my clients were telling me, oh, I don't need to be on social media, my clients are not using social media. But that is really changing. Like my mum is 85 and she uses Google, she watches videos on YouTube. She's not tech savvy, but she's savvy enough to do her own research online. And if my mum is doing it, then you can bet your bottom dollar a huge proportion of the older population are also doing that. And I think that started to drive people's awareness where they'd been resistant before. They're now going, oh, hang on a minute. Yes, I know older people are using this. And once they've started doing it, for that pocket of their sort of target audience, and all the other people who are marketing to a younger audience know for sure their target audience is online, so they can't resist anymore. But this kind of transition of layering the onion, I call it, with having this local offline marketing combined with online marketing, I think really helps capture all of the elements, this internal and external marketing, online, offline marketing. That combination of the layers of the onion really help. And people are starting to see that and sort of appreciate that that's what they need to be doing. And they're getting results from doing it. So that just drives their behavior to do more of that kind of thing.
Absolutely superb. So you're a huge advocate, obviously, of live streaming now. You're very good at it. That's why I like working with you, because it's good. But give us some thoughts on where the digital engagement and live streaming has been really successful for you as an individual.
Yeah, so I think all of us who are running small businesses, there are only 24 hours in the day, right? There are only 7 days in the week, and we've got to allocate our time and our priorities within our business. And one of the things I try and encourage my clients to do, and we're trying to do a lot more of inside Practice Momentum, is just to do things a bit more smartly, to not, to make advantage and take advantage of technology. And one of the things that live streaming enables us to do is to run one session like this, live stream to all of the platforms that we're on, so YouTube, websites, social media, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of the platforms that we're using, and in one 15-minute time window, I've touched thousands and thousands of people. So it really is a no-brainer in terms of saving time when it comes to time-strapped small business owners, for sure.
Absolutely. And finally, what bit of advice? In fact, actually, I'm going to another question in there. Give us an example of where live streaming or digital engagement has changed the life of one of your clients, because I know this subtle journey you take them on for just in time when they're ready. You analyze your clients perfectly to have them just ready. tell us a bit of success. What something that stands out that really has excited you with one of your clients has gone from there to there?
So yeah, I don't want to name names, but we obviously, my business is called Practice Momentum, and one of the things we talk about a lot is getting your marketing to a point where it's almost in perpetual motion. So you've created so much outreach, you've created so much content, you've created so many advocates now of your business that your marketing kind of takes on its own life. It becomes this perpetual motion. And we've got one great client up in North Yorkshire who is, again, very small practice. There's her and I think 2 other practitioners in the business, but she's really stuck at it and she's worked really, really hard to have this digital presence as much as she has her offline presence. And she's now got her marketing and her reputation. I always say to my clients, you need to become famous locally for the thing that you do. She's identified what that thing was and she's gone after that in terms of her digital and her online marketing. And now she literally has created this perpetual motion in her marketing. So people are coming to her because from word of mouth, from seeing her stuff on LinkedIn, from seeing her stuff on Google Business Profile, and from knowing her, being in her local area where she is at. And I think that lovely combination of that offline, online, and her tenacity to stick at it and to utilize the different assets of online, offline is just a brilliant example of how it can work and how it just then takes on this life of its own.
Brilliant. And very, very finally, what single simple bit of advice would you give any local small to medium business who are trying to transition from traditional through to the digital engagement live streaming phase?
I would say keep it really simple. Keep it super, super simple. Pick one thing that you want to be famous for and think about little bits of content that you can create, live streams that you can create that talk to those things and the worries that your patients have about that pathology or that ongoing injury or something that they've got. And if you do little bite-sized live stream videos that you put out to all of your different platforms, you take the transcript from that video, you turn it into a blog post. You take the stills from that video and you can use that on all your different social media platforms. You can create a huge wave of fame for that thing that you want to be famous for in your local area, just from very simply keeping it simple. If you did a live stream once a week and got somebody to create this content for you from that live stream, it's just gonna, like I say, it just creates its own momentum.
Brilliant. Jill Woods, Practice Momentum. Listen, stay safe out in Sri Lanka. Thank you for coming on. The signal held out. The monsoons are just about passing. So we got there. It just goes to show that you don't have to have perfect timing, perfect scenarios, perfect broadband, perfect anything. You've just got to do it and people will see through the rest. So
make it
thanks
happen
again as ever and make it happen. Yeah, it's a great slogan. I mean, that's brilliant. Listen, look after yourself, both of you, and we'll chat to you soon. Take care.
Jill Woods, you take care.
Momentum. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, look at that. How cool was that? Now, there's a couple of things that came out of there that I couldn't sum up. One is, written this down just now. How have your traditional marketing methodology shaped your identity and community presence of your business or organization, or you as an individual? How have you done that? It's hard work. I wanted to just 1 minute on looking at the challenges, time, capacity, finance, and to be able to do a lot of those traditional things, which we all accept do work. But is it smarter or harder to continue that when you're just trying to get your products and services out? And that means numbers, because you need to get your message out there. Like Jill says, we do one live through our friends at OneStream Live. And this is one of the reasons, genuinely one of the reasons why I set up Livestream Solutions, Livestream Academy, because I can then take this show and we put together for clients a thing called a digital engagement business support package. Yeah, ex-military, so we love all those type of things. But what it means is we've got the show. We take 3 or 4, or maybe sometimes more, short clips, 30-second to 2-minute video clips that can be used on platforms that prefer them, or you can use them on the normal platforms or on your website to as a teaser to lead you then back to the full show, or to lead you then to the website. Because social media is great, but Facebook and all the rest of them, they will only show a small amount, 2.5 to 5%, I think it is, of a post, to 2.5 to 5%, something ridiculously low like that, of your followers and engagers, etc., etc., etc. Whereas going live to your own website, which we can do through OneStream Live, or a thing called a hosted live page, which imagine having, if you don't have a website, we can set up a hosted live page through our friends at OneStream Live, and you can go live on that and you can just share that to people. Again, stepstone, that cycle going through. You know, it's not all boom, all in at once. So it's a smarter way, it's a cheaper way, it's more cost effective. You're going to reach more people. So this live show, short set of videos. We also do an accompanying blog article. Oh, by the way, there is a what we call a Knowledge Hub blog article on this 4 set of shows, which will be coming out sometime in September. I'm still writing it. I've written the 4 shows. I'm still writing it as I go and tweaking it because I'm like that. So it's great. So that's coming out as well. And then you download the video and you can use that as a podcast as well. So it goes into a completely different area. And then we also have our own licensed agency level content, social media content scheduling service with personal advisor. So we can do that one-stop shop for you. Isn't that brilliant? All from this. It all stems from what we're doing with OneStream Live. So there's some of the challenges: time, money, capacity, some of the benefits, and we'll come on more to those. That's about it for today. I just wanted people to really understand that the challenges that you feel are insurmountable, that you can't even cope with what you're doing traditionally now, have the conversation with OneStream Live. Have the conversation with myself and my team at excuse me, at Livestream Solutions, at Livestream Academy, and we will come up with a game plan for you that is designed to take you all the way through from start to finish. It's about longevity. I'm 60 years of age. One of the things that I hated was businesses that are stovepiped, organizations that are stovepiped, and I also cannot stand the fact that people come in and say, throw a bag of money at us, we'll do something for you, come back if you need us again. No. I want to be an extension. I refer to everybody as joint venture partners. So whether I'm working as a consultant, as a brand ambassador to OneStream Live, joint venture partner, people around me, like the team, we're all part of the extended team. I'm an extended member of the OneStream Live family now. And the same with the people who are working with me in my organization. They're joint venture partners that come together and do different aspects of what we're doing. And then my clients below me. So that whole approach is about equity. It's about treating people equally and fairly and being on this long journey where we're taking you through. And I just love today. Thank you, Ava Smith, for jumping in on Tim, because that's the friendly, simple approach to helping people through that OneStream Live does. And we do at Livestream Solutions. That's about it. That really is about it. I'm going to show you a couple more things. Just think about this. You can achieve the same thing. You've got to dig a hole. You've got a job to be done. But using a spade is one way. Using a JCB is another. Traditional marketing is one way. Live streaming and digital engagement means you are working smarter, not harder. Everybody watching this today already knows what the answer, what they've got to do. They've got to get in touch with us. They've got to get in touch with OneStream. They need to be part of that, because we will save you time. We will save you money. We will save you pain. You're not on your own. I can guarantee what you're doing in traditional marketing moment is you're on your own and you're drowning. And whilst some of it is working, it is not working smart enough. And I'm going to leave that. So that's us for today. We've we have, what have we done? We have Oh, it's not going in for me at the moment. Why not? Let me just, okay, because I'm probably not. There we go. Part 1, From Flies to Facebook, Evolution of Marketing for Small Businesses. And next week at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 p.m. UK and Ireland. And it's on catch up on all of those platforms as well, going live. And we will be dispelling the myths about going live and how simple it is. And you've seen today. Do you know what? It's having a bit of fun. Why do people go to local events? Why do people do artisan markets? Why do people want to engage? Because we're human beings and we love doing it. This is by far the best way. Let me just see what we've got left in the chat there. Superb. Yeah, look, live video production. Thanks very much. Very powerful thoughts. It is very, very powerful thoughts indeed. And it's something that isn't going to go away. And I'll just refresh. In 12 months' time, you'll be 2 things. You'll be a year older. Your business will be, an organization will be a year older. But will you still be in the same position? If you're comfortable, don't stay comfortable. You need to change. Contact us at OneStream Live. Contact us at livestreamsolutions.org, and we will help you through it. So until next Tuesday, I have had the pleasure of delivering you part 1 of this 4-part series from tradition to tech, where we are looking at taking you on the journey, and ultimately you will end up live streaming. Oh, I had 2 messages already because I didn't answer the question, apparently. Did Big Joe Shep make $1 million? You'll never know. Until next Tuesday, see ya. Stay safe, and remember, stream, engage, thrive. See you soon.